Okay, welcome back. We're just waiting for the boys to get back in the server. We can get underway. For race 2, if you missed race 1, there was an absolute screamer with Braden Pritchard just nabbing Vlad Tokarev for the first race of the year. Our series sponsor taking away P1. Bear with me as I sort the grid out. Okay, so we'll bring up the starting order for race 2. It's going to be our rookie Fotios Pineros in the Subaru. Starting P5, Stephen O'Brien, Christian Conn. Looks like all the overlays have got mixed up there, but just ignore that for now. Here we go, that's better. Fotios Pineros, Ashley Cutchy, Jamie Walker, David Baker starting your top 4, Stephen O'Brien 5, Christian Conn, Scotty Flack, Harrison Tebb. Here we go. I can hear the revs rising. We must be near the start of the race. Race 2. All right, here we go. Listen for the lights. All right, race 2 underway. Fotios in the Subaru, getting a great start. Jamie Walker just slipping back there a bit. Don't know if that's going to create a massive pile up or see some watches. Yes, Walker just getting caught there. Oh, Fotios coming to grips with the cold tyres. David Baker just going through there. Season campaigner for Entertainment Park up into the lead there, and that's Scott Flack moving up from P4 for SimHaus Racing. And that's Stephen O'Brien in P3 as well. It's bottlenecking down the back here. A couple of guys getting loose. Braden Pritchard and Matthew Pritchard up the back. Oh, look at Vlad just throwing that car in, opposite lock. Two Subies together, Christian Conn the better of that. Oh, as they come through the corkscrew, that was a bit messy there. That's getting quite congested down the back here. Braden struggling to get through the field here. But Baker up the front, SimHaus Racing. Baker up the front for Entertainment Park, just ahead of Scotty Flack. Flack trying to go wide, and you watch the exit for Flack. He's right up the back now of David Baker. Will he dive up the inside? Oh, he's had to back off there. Baker protecting it. Oh, they're side by side through turn 1. Flacky had to back off, so he's not going to get that run. And here comes Stephen O'Brien behind in the Mercedes A45. It's a Focus leading at the moment, ahead of Flacky. Will he get up the inside? Oh, Baker's trying everything he can to hold that position. He's got to stay further left if he wants to protect the inside here. Flacky's going to show the nose. And it's an uphill run once again. You watch this inside line, they sort of dip, that's it. Look at Baker getting sideways there. Oh, there's a run up the hill here, O'Brien and Tebb as well. Oh, 4 of them through the corkscrew. Unfortunately, Stephen O'Brien got caught out there. Try and see what happened to O'Brien. We'll go to a replay. Instead of two up front. Stephen O'Brien's probably going to come straight across. No. Oh, we just locked up a bit. Unfortunately, he went straight in the weeds there, so we'll go back live. Oh, Baker slamming the wall in the background there. I'm not too sure what happened there. And now it's a group of four: Matt, Braden, Pritchard, Christian Conn and David Baker. Third down of sixth. And how did Matt Pritchard get from the back of the field up to P3 in the matter of 1 or 2 laps? Baker coming out worse for wear there. He was leading, but just lost it in that last corner. Blackie and Teb back together again. Ted's getting the inside. They're both the Mercedes, so the horsepower should be exactly the same. This is a fixed class from, so we don't change much settings, just tyres and fuel and brake bias. So it's up to the rest of the guys to just drive the most they can out of these cars. Oh, Flack over braking there, he's lost it. Bouncing all over the place. Ted's going to get through there as he does, taking the position. Blackie drops to P2. And here comes the rest of the group. Matty Pritchard on a flyer lap. Yeah, fastest middle sector of the race so far. And Braden behind him's got the fastest lap of the race so far. So Baker having all sorts of trouble going off into the dirt. That's Vlad Tokarev trying to come back through the field from the back of the pack. So it's Tev crossing the line with the fastest lap of the race. Matt Pritchard's probably going to topple that, but looks like Vlad Tokarev from Russia has taken that straight off Teb on that same lap with a 1:29.79. A lot of micro races going on here. Teb quite comfortably at the front, but it's Matt and Braden Pritchard. The most exciting group so far. That's Scott Flack just ahead of these two, but he'll be part of this mix. Quite soon. Braden getting right up the side there. And here comes Christian, got the drive up the hill. Where they get both of them in the one goes. 3, that's not going to go. Someone's going to be pulling out the tissues and crying. And that looks like Braden and Christian. Oh. That was a tough move from Christian. We'll see if we can watch that back. Yeah. Too much momentum, forced him to the outside. And he's back in P9 at the moment, licking his wounds. Vlad Tokarev got Matt Pritchard behind him, but Tokarev's right up into P3 in the matter of 1 to 2 laps. Braden and David Baker's recovering quite well into P6. We're just over halfway. Ashley Kutcher having a better race, defending Stephen O'Brien at the moment. And Christian P9. Jamie Walker coming to grips with that Astra, the A45 Mercedes in P10. Thaddeus Paneras is tailing in P11 in the Subi. Oh, just locking up. Yeah, opposite lock. Will he spin it round? No, he's managed to hold it. That rear wheel drive saved him. Great job. Look at these guys getting us sideways. Looks like Flacky's gaining on Teb. Just running a smoother line, and Vlad's going to be in the mix pretty soon here. And who's that behind him? That's Matt Pritchard. I'll go back up to Teb in the lead. Look at Flacky. He's right on the back now. Oh, try to get up the inside. Did he get the job done? I can see him right there. Stay with me. Oh, Vlad getting up the inside of Flacky now. Flack's just sandwiched in there. He's got to just wait to see what happens. Again, he's got to hope that Vlad gets stuck behind Harrison Teb on the inside, and he'll try and take the outside line and come back on the inside. There's the outside line. He'll get the momentum and come back on the inside to get right on the back of these two. Nice and easy through the right hander under the Cooper's Tyres bridge. Oh, there's a lot of momentum there. That's not going to have much room. Needs to be on the inside for that run. Doing the over-under, but he's just going right round the outside with the rear-wheel drive, trying to get that horsepower up the hill, which they are a bit stronger up there. Oh, the front dips down just through the weight of the car and the dip of the... Oh, and he's going to be taking the lead if... Can they break it up in time? Yeah, they get the job done. Teb coming right across the nose of Scotty Flack and Matt Pritchard on the back of this. Now it's a four-way battle for the lead. This is getting exciting now. 2 laps to go. What can happen from here? And that's Fotis just getting lapped there, struggling in the dirt. Vlad's just knuckling down now, just pushing out the corners, hitting his brake markers, which he knows is quicker. He's got the fastest lap of the race at 1:29.6 at the moment. Go back through the field, you can see the top 4, Braden Pritchard back in 5, just losing touch with the top 4 here. Stephen O'Brien in P6, just ahead of Cutchy, and it looks like Christian Conn in the Lavorg there. Oh, just trying to get the inside, but just got balked there. Will he try the up in the inside? Hutchie's just protecting that line there, making sure that Christian doesn't get that done. David Baker struggling again. He's dropped back from 6th, now in a P9. Jamie Walker in the laser. You can see the light, the front of the car just lightening off. There's the fronts roll through. Flacky up the front, trying everything on the back of Teb, coming into the corkscrew. Cutting a fine line there. There are track limits here, which is automatically calculated. Oh, Flacky's foxed it, so he's trying to go around the outside. Will he go deep braking, or will he cut it short and come back on the inside, get a better run? He's got a good run on the outside. Bit of side drive here, and he'll get the run all the way to turn 1, which he's getting done. This is the last lap of the race, so this will get juicy. Stay tuned, have a quick sip before the finish line. Oh, Flack's trying everything he can, going around the outside, but he's not going to get it done. I don't think Teb's going to come across, which he does. Trying to blind the rest of the drivers with that paint job at the back of the car. Make them dizzy so they get disorientated. Doing a good job for me, the commentator. Better get out of that view before I start getting the spins. It's Teb. Flacky feels like it's his last ditch attempt. Vlad coming up the hill for the last time of the race. It's Harrison and Scott Flack for 2nd and 3rd. Rest of the boys are stretching out now. Matthew Pritchard the first behind this lot. He is gaining, but it won't be enough. Ted's got it now, but Flacky's got a good run down the hill. He's going to get the inside line. Oh, bit of push, yes. Oh, he's got enough momentum to come back. Flacky's going to take it easy. He's going to get the drive early and try and get the run done. But we missed that, but it was Vlad taking the race and Harrison Teb. P2, Scotty Flack, Pritchard again, Stephen O'Brien coming home, Christian Conn crossing the line for P7, Cutchy making a P8, Baker's having a shocker race. That one will finish in P9. Jamie Walker coming onto the home straight now to take P10. That's Fotis Pineros up in the corkscrew, just coming through now. Fotis crossing the line for race 2. Get the boys ready for race 3. Just head to these commercials. Okay, welcome back. Race 3. It's going to be for Pineros in pole again with Jamie Walker next to him, David Baker P3, Ashley Cutchy, Christian Conn, Stephen O'Brien, Brian Pritchard, and that's Scott Flack, Harrison Tebb, Plaid Tokarev. For race 3, we're pretty much reversing the results of each race. Give the guys at the back a chance to prove themselves. Here we go, race 3. Another exciting one. Matthias getting an awesome start off the front in the Subaru, leaving everyone else in the wake. David Baker getting the jump right behind him, but Matthias taking us around into P1 and 2 as they all compress back of the field. Oh, Lad just locking up there, getting sideways. Christian and Cutchy coming together there. We've got green flags. Braden Pritchard coming through. He's already in P3, chasing down David Baker, and this is for the lead. Petit is still out in front of the Subi. He's going to get a good run up the hill here. Baker's trying to tuck in behind, get the inside line through the kink. But he needs to worry about the run up the hill. Because that's Braden Pritchard right behind him. Christian Cond. It looks like Scott Flack behind him. Harrison Tebb not too far behind as well. Two focuses almost touching. That's Pritchard up into P2. Baker just letting it go. Oh, Pritchard getting the inside line. Petit's doing a good job. This is his first race with us tonight here at Entertainment Park. He's about to get swamped both sides. There's Christian Con on the inside, up into P2, now chasing down Matty Pritchard. Christian Con, David Baker still in the P2. Harrison Tebb's moved up in, oh no, they keep changing. Oh, a couple of guys have come together there. Looks like Scott Flack stuck in the ground. We'll try and see what happened to him. Oh, it's a three-way there. Oh, bit of a glitch in the track there. That wasn't supposed to happen. He's managed to recover, but he's back in a P3 at the moment, so we'll go back up the front. Braden Pritchard defending off Christian Con in the Subaru. This is a great battle here up the front now. Wasn't expecting this one, and here comes Vlad Tokarev. Braden and Vlad have had a race each, so they want to make this to get the advantage over the other one. Braden's got the upper hand at the moment, but he's got Christian Con right up behind him, trying to get the inside. Oh, just a little tap there. They've both held it. Christian coming to the inside of the track to get away from Braden. And Braden's got a nice run around the outside. Wants to come across. Under pressure, Christian doing a great job. Braden's trying to come back underneath. But Christian should get the exit here. He's got full track. He'll get the next right-hander. Side by side they come through. It's not meant to be. They both go off, and that's going to give Vlad room to come up and get ahead of Pritchard. So it's the two Subarus holding firm there. Braden doing all he can to get ahead of these two. He's just sitting back watching these two. A lot of wheel work to keep the front wheel drive on the track. The two cars in front and rear wheel drive, as I've said plenty of time tonight. Oh, just a little tap pushing Christian forward a little, but that's okay. That's nothing too major. As they come through the corkscrew, David Baker with a group behind him as well now. And that's Harrison Tebb and Stephen O'Brien behind him. Christian back up the front, defending off Braden Pritchard, and here come the other three. This could be a six-way battle for the lead. We're on board now with Harrison Tebb chasing down David Baker. Tebb just knocking it down in third gear to get that right hand. It's quite an awkward turn for me, to be honest. But these guys are very professional. They know what they're doing and do a great job showing us how it's done. Down a third gear for the uphill run. Oh, he's got Stephen O'Brien coming up on his tail as well. Teb wants to get past Baker because he's bringing up Stephen O'Brien into the mix. Tokarev taking the fastest lap of the race with a 1:29 on the last lap, and he's stretching away from Christian Conn now in P2. Gap starting to opening up now. Braden Pritchard. Where's Matty Pritchard? He's down in P7 at the moment for Matrix Plumbing. He's got Ashley Cutchy behind him. There's a yellow flag, and that's Fotis Paneros coming up the hill towards the corkscrew. Scotty Flack further back, so he really got stuck in that ditch. Boys did well to dig him out of the hole there. Here we go now, that's a three-way. Stephen O'Brien for Slot Car Racing, currently in P6, chasing down Harrison Tebb. David Baker from Entertainment Park. Great little circuit here at Laguna Seca, located in America, in the States. Great undulating circuit. Tebb to trying all he can. Stephen O'Brien got a front row seat to this show, going up the hill, braking long to get the front end in. And who's that up the front? That's Braden Pritchard, just going wide there. So he's lost a little spot there, but we'll go back with Stephen O'Brien as we come up over the hill into the corkscrew. Tebb going up the inside. Baker can't do much about that. But he manages to get back. O'Brien staying tight, dropping the gear, trying to get back on the gas early. We're chasing down two Ford Focuses. Oh, Baker going wide there. Tebb trying to go up the inside, but Baker's just outbroke himself, but he's managed to keep it on. He's kept position as well. It's going to be a two-way. Oh, he's nudging him. He doesn't know which way to go. Going to go up the inside. Oh, love tap through there. He's kept the door open for Baker to come up the inside, and Stephen O'Brien might take the same one as well. Pritchard into P3 at the moment. Baker sideways next to Tebb, who's run wide. It's a better race from David Baker, but he's got to defend Stephen O'Brien now. Stephen's going to get the run up the inside. But will he get the power up the hill? Baker's got plenty of horsepower coming up there. Getting a good exit too. And here comes Matt Pritchard right behind them. And who's behind that? That's actually Cutchy coming up to make it a 5-car battle. Just see Vlad pulling away now for almost a 5-second gap there. Ahead of Christian Conn in P2, racing from here in Entertainment Park. We're watching Christian Conn driving in the Subaru, currently in P2, 5 seconds behind Vlad Tokarev from Russia. We're here in Bankstown, Sydney, Australia. So you can see it's a worldwide event. We're missing a couple of drivers from Bali as well, Indonesia. It's a public holiday over there, so they're celebrating a day over there. So they couldn't make it here tonight. Oh, we're on board. What's this? This is 5 carb. Oh, O'Brien's just running wide there. Baker at the back. Cutchy coming as well. Tebb's holding firm in P4, but the rest behind, and this is where the battle is. Oh, Tebb almost coming off there. They're starting to stretch out a bit now. Lost one of the drivers. Oh, Baker bringing up the sparks, but the group's spreading out a little bit there. Matty Pritchard just ahead of David Baker. That's Harrison Tebb just in front. So, oh, this is the last lap. So where's our leader? Coming into turn 1 for the last lap of the race, Christian Conn. Braden Pritchard still in P3. Tebb's defending hard in to hold our P4. He's only got one more lap to go for the end of the race. Going out wide, Pritchard closing in on that lap. Tebb's probably struggling on tyres here. We're on board with Matt Pritchard. We can see the gap there. Oh, Baker closing in hard under brakes there. So head up the hill. This is a battle for P4 at the moment. Vlad should be coming out of the corkscrew now, the downhill run, to collect his second race of the evening and second race in a row. So Braden Pritchard needs to pick it up, but Christian Conn's spoiling that for him at the moment. So Vlad Tokarev coming home to take the checkered flag. Christian Conn coming around the final turn now. As he picks up a P2, he'll be happy with that one. Nice and solid up the front there. And then we've got a battle. Braden Pritchard crosses for P3, and here's the battle for P4. Tebb, Pritchard, Kachi, and Baker across the line. Jamie Walker just ahead of Stephen O'Brien. Scotty Flack coming up the hill towards the corkscrew. Had an absolute shocker there. Got wedged, trapped in the car there in the sand trap. And he'll come around the corkscrew. Alright, so that's Ferdy's finishing crossing the line in P11. Alright, we're going to set the grid for P3. So stay tuned, we'll be right back after this.
There is nothing like the mountain, the speed, the history, and most importantly, the sound. It's part of the Bathurst 1000, and now it's part of your whiskey too. Aged to perfection with the sweet sounds of a roaring V8 pumping through each oak barrel. Like a perfect lap of the mountain, each sip will leave you wanting more. For the second year, Ned Australian Whiskey brings you the 2022 limited edition Sounds of Bathurst Whiskey. And this year, Ned have taken it up a gear. The boldest drink for the greatest race in Australia.
Tahir, tell them about Entertainment Park.
Well, this place, it's like, it's...
My favourite place in the world!
The thing about this place is that...
It's fun for all ages, no matter what your age. You'll love it.
What I really want to say about Entertainment Park is,
They have the best go-karts plus a great cafe. Games, bowling, simulation, but the go-karts, oh my God, they are so much fun.
look, thing is that this place is...
Perfect for my birthday party. Everyone said it was the best birthday party ever. Yeah!
What I really want to say about this place is...
Just say it!
It's a fully hectic, oh my God, venue.
Finally! Entertainmentpark.com.au.
Okay, welcome back. The start grid, which I'll show you. It's reverse of the results of race 3. Looks like we're just waiting for... No, that's the grid there. We're just waiting for the lights to come. Fourth race of the night. We've got one more after this to sort it out. 5 races altogether. Here are the lights. Let's go. Race 4. Oh, Jamie Walker getting another shocker off the line there as Fotis leads us out. It's all going to compress. Oh, they ought to do a better job this time. Getting through nice and cleanly. Stephen O'Brien taking the lead from Fotis. Doing a good job getting the grips with cold tyres in this Subi. Just trying to catch it. He knows he can bring the car around, but he's got to catch it before it leaps. Scotty Flack taking advantage of his good grid spot after a shocking race last time. Oh, Pritchard going in hot there. A couple of guys coming in hot. They look like Fotis getting spun off into the dirt there. Got Baker around the outside. Cutchy on the inside. Oh, digs up on that sausage, but that's Pritchard. It's the two brothers coming up over into the corkscrew. Oh, Vlad trying to come around the outside, so is Teb trying to make the most of it as well. I don't know how Vlad's getting it to grips with the early stages of the Subaru. They're very cold tyres, a lot of oversteer on the corner exit. These Focuses are just, yeah, they're point and shoot. Get the nose to turn in early and just floor it. So we've got the two brothers in 3rd and 4th behind Stephen O'Brien and for Slot Car Racing. And Scott Flack in a P2 for SimHaus Racing right behind him. The two brothers, 3rd and 4th, and then it's Teb. Well, and that's Christian Connor and Ashley Cutchy. 6 and 7 Baker should be behind them. He's defending off Vlad. He's not having a great start to this one. Lost a few positions in that earlier incident. He's got a lot of work to do, currently back in P9, but after leading the race 5 seconds ahead of P2 in the last race, I'm sure he'll cut through as he does with David Baker up the hill, but he decides to sit back and just watch. Oh, and that was Stephen O'Brien. Try and see what happened to him. This is a replay. Oh, he's just oversteered into the dirt and he's spun around across the track. Lucky he didn't take anyone out there. We'll go back live. As Braden Pritchard's up the front with Scott Flack and Matthew Pritchard. So Braden getting a good start to the fourth race. He wants to make it race win number 2 to match Vlad, who's taken out 2 race wins so far, and Braden's taken out the third one. So this will make it 2 each going into the 5th round and the 5th race. And Pritchard gets the job done on Scott Flack for P2. Scott Flack, Harrison Tebb right behind him, trying to catch up, and Christian Conn coming second in the last race. Will he catch it? Yes, he does. He almost lost it. He was happy with that save there. Definitely knows how to drag this rear-wheel drive car around Laguna Seca. So the front 4 now almost together. Scotty Flack closing up the back of Matty Pritchard. Coming through the downhill section, we're on board with Scott Flack. That's the leader out in front, and Matt Pritchard. That's your top 3 right here. Gets on the gas early, it lets it run wide, comes in for a tight, heavy downshifting in a second. Trying to get on the gas early to make most of this run down the home straight. We're on lap 4. 5 laps to go. He's got Harrison Tebb right behind him now. Dropping it down in a 3rd gear, trying to get that right hander. Who's off there? That's Matty Pritchard. On the dirt, there's no grip, and you can see Scott Flack making the most. Ted's going to push him through. He needs to if he wants to get the job on Flack, but he can't go in the middle. There's nowhere there to go. Oh, he's doing a Giersbergen bump and run, but Pritchard's holding him tight, and that's what he needs to do. I've just noticed Harrison Tebb's wheels. He's done a special job on his paint job there. Well, hopefully we'll get a closer look at that. Oh, bit of a tap as Pritchard tries to go through there. Try and zoom in on Harrison Tebb just to check out the tyres here. Oh, look what he's done there. He's coloured each spoke there. Nice job on the paint. We come around race 4, lap 4 completion. Braden Pritchard leading us out. Where's Vlad Tokarev? Oh, he's down into P7. He needs to come up further than that if he's going to take the round win. But he's doing all he can. He's still in P7 with 3 laps to go. Currently the round winner, the unofficial round winner, but he's got to get through a few other drivers now. He can't afford to finish in P7 if he wants to finish the round ahead of Braden Pritchard, depending on what happens in the last race. But this one, Braden's really stretching out. So they head up the hill. Bit of a gap to Matt Pritchard, but behind him there's a row of cars. That's Scott Flack and Harrison Tebb. Tebb up the inside. Christian's right behind these guys as well. Oh, Christian getting up on the inside of Scott Flack. Flack going, trying to go wide there. Oh, but he's has. So Christian's made another spot there. Moving up into P4. That's Kachi behind him too, and that's Kachi and Vlad Tokarev from Russia. Oh, and it's a drag race down the main straight, but Vlad's getting the job done. He can afford to get the power down early with the rear wheel drive as Vlad moves up in a 6th spot, leaving Kachi to take 7th at the moment. And it's David Baker coming in at turn 1 with Jamie Walker right behind him in the Mercedes A45. Stephen O'Brien after that earlier spin, that's unfortunate. That's brought him back down to P10 with Fatias Paneros in P11. Back up the front, Pritchard dominating with 3-second gap. Matt Pritchard starting to stretch away from the other two now, Teb and Cons. Oh, Flack and, oh, here we go. This is the race to take us out for race 4. We're going to stay with these guys. Vlad just going wide, trying to put on the brakes to stay on the track. Guys in front are stretching away a little bit there. Kachi getting the position back. Oh, it's Christian and Teb just getting ahead of Christian Con there. I think, or is Christian trying to get on the back of Teb? No, Christian's trying to take the position from Teb. And they're all catching Matt Pritchard up in front now. Oh, that's Teb. Oh, will he hold it? Oh, he just gets hold of it. Takes in the last turn. Vlad now just going to make him pay for that one. We'll quickly go back and see what happened to Teb. I can't see it. Where's Teb there? He's come off. Oh, Christian's just giving him a little nudge. Teb experienced. Now Teb's under fire from Vlad Tokarev. The P5. Blackie's just ahead on the back of Christian Con. The battle for P3 now. Matt Pritchard sort of okay for now, but if these two fight any harder, they'll get on the back pretty soon. Yeah, they're definitely catching Pritchard, struggling on old tyres with 2 laps to go. It's Braden Pritchard, Matthew Pritchard, and Christian Con, Scott Flack, the battle you can see on screen now. And Vlad's moved up ahead of Harrison Teb. Oh, now Teb's dropped back ahead behind Kachi. Oh, he won't want to finish there, but he's taken the inside line. Great job from Teb. Take that from Kachi. Caught sleeping there. Vlad's doing all he can. Get up the back, but I think he's going to have to settle for that position unless something happens with these three. Second last lap of the race. No, we're on the last lap of the race now. The leaders just crossed the line, and so too is Matt Pritchard and Christian Con. Now it's a battle for P2. And Vlad Tokarev in the red Subaru trying to make a Pritchard up into P2. No, sorry, it's always P2. Christian Con trying to take that from him. Flack's trying every line opposite to Christian in front. Oh, he's nice and smooth and he's just hanging out the outside. Here comes Vlad. This is where Vlad will pick up some spots now. We are on the last lap. Brad's way out in front. Braden, sorry. Way out in front, over 5 seconds, just like Vlad was. But Vlad, look at this on the inside. Oh, no! Oh, they're going to catch it. It looks like they're catching it. No, Vlad's not going to catch that one. And he's going to... see if we can see what happened to Vlad there. Go up high. Yeah, they just come across the other driver. He was unable to catch it. So we're back live now. Braden Pritchard coming down the hill. Christian Con up into P2. So it's Braden about to cross the line. Christian Con crossing the line in P2. Scott Flack, Matt Pritchard. And Vlad will pick up P5 after that. I don't know how he got that back. Kachi in 6th. Baker just ahead of Walker. Teb, obviously the biggest loser in that altercation. Stephen O'Brien had a shocker. And Neros will finish in P11. So great racing once again. This track really delivering, and the more we go on, the better the racing is getting. So that's race number 2 for Braden Pritchard ahead of Christian Con. Another P2 for him ahead of Scott Flack. Matthew Pritchard just losing a couple of spots towards the end there on old tyres. Vlad Tokarev coming home in P5 ahead of Ashley Kutchie. David Baker just ahead of Jamie Walker, Harrison Tebb there finishing ahead of Stephen O'Brien and Matthias Neros. He's coming across to take the checkered flag. So we're going to regroup for our 5th and last race of the evening. So make sure you stay tuned for race 5.
Entertainment Park has so much to it.
And we are proud to announce that we have joined forces with this incredible place. They've got simulation cars.
You can choose your own car like a Formula One.
Or V8 supercars, and you can choose your own track. I love the mountain. I'm king of the mountain. Not Mount Jewett, Mount Panorama.
Plus, there's an incredible go-kart track. No fumes, no smell.
And it's got a booster button too.
These booster buttons unlock a video game. They're real. I'll catch you. Beat your fastest lap. Challenge your friends.
Have a feed at the cafe with an unbelievable menu. What? Dessert, coffee, and of course, a fully licensed bar.
10-pin bowling, video games, skills testers, laughs, play area, chill out areas and lounges, DJs and fun music.
It's safe, friendly, and plenty of parking. But some people drive to the city for that.
That's stupid.
Book now at entertainmentpark.com.au. Not just for kids.
Okay, welcome back. It's race 5 now, the last race of the evening. Reverse grid of the results of race 4. And we saw a lot of position changes towards that race and towards the end of that race. A great battle midway through there. But in the end, it was Brad Pritchard ahead of Christian Con and Scott Flack. So now we're ready for race 5. watch it between Braden Pritchard and Vlad Tokarev from Russia. They've both got 2 races each, but Vlad finished further back, P5, so that's hurt his campaign for tonight. So he needs to win the race, and Braden Pritchard up the back needs to have a shocker for him to take out the round. The revs are rising. It's Matthias Beneros to take us away for race 5. Oh, he gets another great jump ahead of Stephen O'Brien next to him, and Jamie Walker bogs down as Harrison Tebb started further up the field. Oh, Tebb's gone up the inside. Vlad Tokarev's up into P2 already next to the other Subi. Nice. Matthias is up into P2. Great job from him. Oh, getting loose in the back with the cold tyres. He's got to calm it down. Oh, massive accident there. See if we can get a replay of that. Looks like Christian Con's just come across another driver and ended up in the dirt, coming off second best. And Stephen O'Brien, I'll have to see what happened to him too now. Braden Pritchard on his inside. Forced off the track by Braden. Unfortunate there, but we'll have to review that one later on. Stephen O'Brien's back into P8. Braden down into P6 and up the front. It's Harrison Tebb all out by himself. Matthias Pineros is in P2, and Vlad and Matthew Pritchard fighting for P3 back there. David Baker, Braden Pritchard behind them. Sure, at the end of tonight there'll be unofficial results after race 5. Doesn't look like a good start to the race so far, but after the dust has settled, it's got Flackers all the way to the back as well, so I missed what happened with him. SimHaus Racing, but Tebb's out in front, looking quite solid. He's just got to stay there. He's over 4 seconds ahead of Matthias Pineros in the Subi, and his Subi counterpart, Vlad Tokarev from Russia, is up in P3. Oof. Oh, just getting the rear loose there, but enough to keep it straight and have enough horsepower to almost, Matthias just locking, opposite lock there, couldn't bring it back. Spectacular crash from David Baker coming on. He's hit the sausage and just launched it into the air. Braden Pritchard underneath there. The two coming together through the corkscrew. See this, watch him hit the inside. Oh, he's lost it, and just a little touch, and I hope he's okay. And after that accident, he's still sitting there. Like he's had to retire from the race from the injuries caused by the cartwheeling down the hill. Harrison Tebb out the front ahead of Vlad Tokarev. Watch this space, it's 4.7 second gap now. Vlad's been on fire all night, so will he be able to catch Harrison Tebb before the end of the race? Braden Pritchard now up into P4 ahead of Ashley Cutchy. Matthias Pineros, just coming together with Christian Con there as they come up the hill. Matthias starting to get to grips with this Subaru car and track. Remember, it is his first race tonight. Probably commentator's curse as I start talking about him. Stephen O'Brien come around, and here comes Scott Flack for SimHaus Racing. Chasing down, trying to recover as many positions as he can, but Stephen O'Brien's a seasoned campaigner, he won't fall for that. And that's Christian Conn just ahead of this group. So this is a good one forming at the moment. I'm sure Matthew and Braden will find themselves together pretty soon. I can see both the rotors lighting up for Matthew Pritchard, so he's got a balanced brake bias, it looks like, further towards the back. So come under heavy braking. Christian Conn in P6, we're just watching Stephen O'Brien going wide there. Quite an easy thing to do. Just looking for the closest battle on track at the moment. Looks like it's Scott Flack and Matthias, who's dropped back again to P9. Just heads up the wall. It's Harrison Tebb out the front now on lap 4. Tokarev down to 2.2 seconds already. That's not even 2 laps. And he's gained 2 seconds already. So Vlad Tokarev on fire and looking strong to take this last win of the round here. David Baker just parked up in the pits there, so I hope he's okay. He's off into the medical centre getting checked out. Alright, so that's Harrison Tebb in the lead. Trying to stretch as much as he can, or at least defend it for another 2 laps as Vlad's charging hard. Pritchard's still holding that gap out to Braden Pritchard in P4. Apache a much more solid jump from him tonight, only in P5, but Christian Conn and Stephen O'Brien are battling it out behind him. Different lines from the two, the Subaru taking a wider line, and the front wheel drive cars can afford to take a tighter line there, as Christian just loses the spot there, as there's no grip in the gravel, as they say. Jamie Walker, another one of our rookies, doing not too bad, pretty solid. Fastest lap of the race so far is a 1:31 flat. And he's got Scott Flack behind him, charging him down in P9. Matias Pineros in P10 at the moment, looking solid to take that position. This is for the lead, Harrison Tebb, Vlad Tokarev. Right behind Harrison Tebb now, trying to get the job done. Waiting patiently, just seeing where he can move up. Tebb just lighting up those front tyres. He knows he's burning them up, but that's the way he knows to get around this track quick. So head up the hill. We can hear Vlad getting on the gas early. Trying to drive it up the hill, but not close enough. Oh, Tebb just getting wide. He's going to protect the line there, and Vlad's just got off the gas just to let him go. Closing in up on the... Coming up through the corkscrew in the downhill section. This is for the lead with 2 laps to go. Pritchard's together in P3 and 4 at the moment as well. Kachi must be behind Braden now. Braden's struggling in this last race. So if Braden finishes in P5, this could be a round win or an even round win for the pair of them. We'd have to calculate it and present the points tomorrow. As Braden's now under pressure from, and swapping positions into turn 1 for the second last lap of the race. At the moment it's Tebb and Tokarev. Trying to look behind to see where Tokarev is. Let's come around the outside there. Protecting that line, you can see him really protective on the inside line. He knows Vlad's got the drive, trying everything he can up the hill here. Oh, he needs to choose the line and just go for it. Harrison's likely to come up on the inside. Here it goes. Will he get up the inside? He's got to choose one or the other. He's going up the inside. Will he get the job done? Oh, yeah, it's a drag race now down the home straight. This will be a battle on the last lap of the race. Vlad's finally got the position with 1 lap to go, but will he hold it? That's the question on everyone's lips at the moment. Kachi's still right behind Pritchard as well. And that's a gap there for P4 at the moment. Kachi's got to get the job done. Behind him, Stephen O'Brien. Then it's Christian Conn, Jamie Walker, and Scott Flack. We'll go at the front because this will be a tight battle, but it looks like Vlad's stretching away now. Teb, not much Teb can do. His tyres are burning at the front, and he's doing all he can to stay behind Vlad, but Vlad's too strong tonight, and he looks like he'll take the win on the last lap of the race. That's all he has to do. Just take the check at first. Oh, Teb going wide there. Will he hold it? Yeah, he's kept the front wheel straight, so the car's just kept going forward for him. Matt Pritchard safe in P3 at the moment, but Braden under fire from Ashley Kachi. Up the hill they go, bit of a tap before the left-hand king. They've both managed to hold it. It's probably Kachi's last chance to get the job done under braking into the corkscrew. Will he get... He hasn't closed in too much, but will he get the exit? It looks like he's getting a good exit down the hill. This will be important for Pritchard to hold that position for the round win. And that's Tokarev taking the win there ahead of Teb. Here comes Pritchard across the line. That's for P3, Matt Pritchard. Oh, and there's a bit of a cluster going on here. Looks like Pritchard, Kachi and O'Brien all together. Christian Conn coming behind them. Jamie Walker will finish. Scott Flack take P9. And Fatias is coming up the corkscrew to take P10. So Vlad Tokarev, 3 races for him, 3 race wins for him tonight. But that 5th position in race 4 might hurt him. We'll have to do the count back as Pritchard ended up taking P4 in that one. So race results. Vlad Tokarev taking the win ahead of Harrison Teb, Matthew Pritchard. Braden Pritchard finishing in P4, Ashley Kachi. Not quite getting the job done on Braden. As you could see, all 3 of them crossing the line side by side for 4, 5 and 6, and then Christian Conn coming behind him in P7. Jamie Walker on his opening night finishing in P8. Scott Flack having another night he'll want to forget or at least analyse, and Fatias finishing in the top 10. And as we saw earlier, that crash from David Baker coming down the hill, that cost him big time, and he's still in the medical centre being checked by the surgeons and the medical staff. So we hope he's good and wish him well. So that's race 5 of 5 tonight for round 1. So make sure you catch us on the next one at Eastern Creek on the 12th of April. So that's in a few weeks' time. And it'll be the British Touring Cars once again. Round 2 will be at Eastern Creek. Then it's Brands Hatch, Watkins Glen, Oran Park, Donington, Barbagallo, Kyalami, Hampton Downs in New Zealand, Lakeside, Alton Park and Bathurst. Some very classic circuits for us to compete at here at Entertainment Park. So I hope you can tune in next time as we bid you good night and farewell.